Good day, welcome to News Now on TV360. I am Thelma Okoro. The two arms of the National Assembly, the Senate and the House of Representatives, have received the report on the 2016 budget. The reports were submitted on Tuesday by their respective appropriation committees. At the Senate, Danjuma Goje, who leads the Committee on Appropriations, laid the report, while Abdulmumin Jibrin submitted the report to the lower legislative body. Senate President Bukola Saraki said the budget would be passed this week and would be transmitted to Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari for assent. The 6.08 trillion naira budget was presented at the joint session of the National Assembly in December 2015, but its passage was delayed for months amid controversies over questionable proposals. The Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission (RAMFAC) on Tuesday said the NNPC failed to remit 4.9 trillion naira to the country's public purse between January 2011 and December 2015. This comes barely a week after disputes between the State Oil Company and the Auditor General of the Federation, Samuel Ukara, over alleged unremitted 3.2 trillion naira oil revenue to the Federation account. The Commission said records show that between January 2011 and December 2015, the total debt of NNPC to the Federation account was 4.9 trillion naira. RAMFAC says this figure includes NNPC's claims for subsidy on petroleum products, crude oil and product losses, as well as pipeline maintenance costs. The embassies of the United States and the United Kingdom in Nigeria have expressed deep concerns over the violence during last Saturday's rerun elections in Rivers State. In separate documents released on Tuesday by the two governments in Abuja, the embassies say the embassies describe the violence and other forms of electoral irregularities as, quote, totally condemnable and unacceptable. The exercise was marred by massive violence perpetrated by supporters of the two leading political parties, which is the APC and the PDP. Now, the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) has confirmed the death of a corps member during the rerun elections in Rivers State. The corps member has been identified as Okonto Samuel. A statement issued by NYSC on Monday said Samuel, who served at GCSS Ukpeliede, was shot dead by unknown gunmen in Ahuada West local government area in Rivers State. It condemned the killing, calling it primitive, barbaric, and ungodly. The NYSC also announced that another corps member, Anyekon Udeto, who was reported missing, has been found hale and hearty. The Rivers State election had been marred by violence, snatching of ballot boxes, diversion of officials, amongst other things. The All Progressives Congress (APC) has since called for the cancellation of that election. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) has slammed the All Progressives Congress (APC) for calling for the cancellation of the entire rerun elections held in Rivers State. In a statement issued on Tuesday, Felix Obua, chairman of the PDP in Rivers State, said the Electoral Act clearly spells out conditions for cancellation of elections, and the results won by the candidates of the PDP satisfied both the Nigerian Constitution and the Nigerian Electoral Act. It also accused the APC of attempting to destabilize Rivers State. A Federal High Court Judge, Justice Abdul Karafati, has withdrawn himself from the suit filed by Senate President Bukola Saraki seeking to stop his trial at the Code of Conduct Tribunal. The judge, in a statement issued Tuesday, said he decided to pull out of the case due to allegations that he received a 2 billion naira bribe to serve justice in Saraki's favor. Justice Kafarati said the allegations were a dent on his reputation and the only thing he could do was to honorable pull out of the case. Saraki is facing a 13-count charge of false declaration of assets while he was governor of Kwara State. He has since pleaded not guilty to all the charges leveled against him. A Nigerian group known as the Civil Liberty Organization (CLO) has called for fairness at the ongoing trial of Senate President Bukola Saraki. Addressing journalists at a briefing in Lagos, southwest Nigeria, CLO urged the Code of Conduct Tribunal and the federal government not to compromise the anti-corruption agenda in order to gain leverage over any group or individual.
We acknowledge that this is part of the administration's effort in stamping out corruption and all its vestiges from our national life. However, after reviewing the ongoing trial so far, the CLO contends that while engaging in this battle, the government may be unwittingly working in error and playing into the hands of those whose interest it is to wither down and frustrate the anti-corruption battle. The organization firmly holds that nobody is above the law as one of the cardinal principles of the rule of law. We therefore support every effort at arraigning anyone suspected to have put his hands in the public thief before the court of law for proper prosecution and discharge or conviction as appropriately prescribed by law. However, the process must conform to the well-enunciated dictates of equity, fair play, and justice.
The Code of Conduct Tribunal has denied dropping its charges against the former Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godstay Orubaby. There were media reports on Monday claiming that the federal government has withdrawn its charges against the accused. However, in a statement by the spokesperson for the tribunal, Ibrahim Al-Hassan, the CCT said his trial is still ongoing. Orubaby has been charged for bribery and false asset declaration. The arraignment of Kingsley Kuku, the immediate past coordinator of the Presidential Amnesty Program, has been stalled. Kuku also served as a special advisor to former President Goodluck Jonathan on Niger Delta affairs. The case was delayed following the absence of the accused persons in court on Tuesday. Aside from Kuku, his special assistant on media and communications, Henry Ogboluwe, is also standing trial. They are accused of criminal conspiracy and award of contract worth over 27 million naira to a private company which has Ogboluwe as the sole signatory to the account of the company. The arraignment has, however, been fixed for the 20th of April 2016. Members of the Islamic movement in Nigeria have taken the Nigerian army to the International Criminal Court (ICC) over allegations of genocide. The group is also urging the ICC to intervene in the continued detention of its leader, Sheikh Ibrahim El-Zakzaki. In December last year, a fierce clash between the Nigerian army and the Shiite Muslims left over 500 dead and others injured. Leader of the group El-Zakzaki and over 700 of their members were taken into custody by security operatives days after the incident. Since then, the Kaduna State government has set up a judicial commission of inquiry to probe the clash. However, the Shiite group has failed to appear before the panel until their leader is released from custody. The National Assembly is set to finally commence work on the Petroleum Industry Bill (PIB). President of the Nigerian Senate, Bukola Saraki, said the country's parliament would next week start debating the amended Petroleum Industry Bill. The bill is meant to change everything from taxes to overhauling state oil firm NNPC, environmental rule, as well as revenue sharing. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll look at business and international stories. Do stay tuned.
Hello, you're welcome. You're watching the Funny White Man Show, which is the biggest, the brightest, and the most entertaining show in Africa.
Funny white man, funny white man, funny white man, but this way you talk, it's too much. Give me 5,000 man, that's you. It's too much. So you get it like, when she move along the street, yeah, me should like there, I'm going girl. You know, my own people, actually. Yeah, fine, it's fun. I enjoy it. And I'm one of those very few, I'm forever taking it personal. I will listen 160 million Nigerians are corrupt. How? My brother, I'm looking for you.
Yeah, but it's a growth, and this is the time to build business and know the pitfalls and know what to do and what not to do. But there are months where you get business and months.
You know how we do, how we train them. We did the way you did.
Hello, you're welcome. You're watching Trending Matters on the Funny White Man Show. Of course, we will bring you trending issues just to entertain and tickle your fancy.
Welcome back. You're watching TV360 News now. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has raised the benchmark interest rate from 11 to 12%. CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele said the decision was reached by the Monetary Policy Committee, NNPC, of the bank. The Apex Bank has also raised the cash reserve ratio for commercial banks to 22.5% from 20%, and it held the liquidity ratio at 30%. The NPC began its two-day meeting on Monday in Abuja, the nation's capital. The World Travel and Tourism Council says tourism added 7.2 million jobs to the global economy. The council launched its annual Economic Impact Report 2016 in New York on Tuesday. President of the WTC, David Scoville, in a statement said tourism also contributed over $7.2 trillion in gross domestic product. Countries where tourism most overtook the wider economy in 2015 include Iceland, Japan, Mexico, New Zealand, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Thailand, as well as Uganda. Oil prices fell on Tuesday despite signs surrounding a meeting of the world's major exporters next month to discuss freezing output. Brent crude fell 14 cents to $41.40 a barrel, while U.S. crude was down 11 cents at $41.41 a barrel. Oil hit a 2016 high above $40 a barrel last week, encouraged by optimism that OPEC and its major non-OPEC counterparts could strike a deal next month to leave supply unchanged at January levels. 3 explosions that ripped through the Belgian capital of Brussels on Tuesday has killed at least 34 people. More than 170 people more were killed in the bombings. The first 2 explosions occurred at the city's airport, while the last blast went off at a subway station in the suburb of Moulbeek. ISIS has since claimed responsibility for the attacks. The blast comes just 4 days after the capture of Salah Abdel Salam, a man who authorities say was involved in the Paris attacks last year, which killed over 129 people. Belgium has since raised its terror threat to its highest level. Liberia has closed its border with Guinea as a precaution against Ebola following at least 4 deaths from the virus in Guinea. Liberia was declared free of new transmissions of the virus in January this year. In Guinea, health officials say the country's Ebola coordination unit has traced an estimated 816 people who may have come into contact with the victims of the disease. This comes during a recent flare-up in a village in the country's southeast region. The world's worst Ebola outbreak on record is believed to have killed at least 11,300 people in Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone, as well as Nigeria. Arsenal midfielder Alex Iwobi was hospitalized after suffering from food poisoning on international duty in Nigeria. The 19-year-old, who joined the Super Eagles squad on Monday, fell ill after eating a meal with the rest of the team. Head coach Samson Siasia confirmed the incident and insists he is in a stable condition. He has, however, resumed training with the team. It will be part of Siasia's final 24-man squad to face the Pharaohs of Egypt in a crucial 2017 AFCON qualifier. The first leg will be played in Kano on March 25th, with the second leg played 3 days later. Olympic champion Usain Bolt says this summer's Rio Olympics would be his last game. The 100-meter and 200-meter world record holder said he really had no motivation to keep on competing beyond this summer's Olympics. Bolt, who already has 6 gold medals from previous 2 Olympic tournaments at Beijing 2008 and London 2012 Olympics, has repeatedly said he plans to retire after the 2017 World Championships holding in London. World Football Governing Body FIFA has opened investigations into allegations that Germany paid bribes to secure hosting rights to the 2006 World Cup tournament. Named in the proceedings are German football legend Franz Beckenbauer and 5 others. FIFA has been engulfed in a growing corruption scandal that has led to the suspension of its former president Sepp Blatter and other key executives. It has also led to investigations over past World Cup bidding processes. We have come to the end of news now. We thank you very much for watching. I am Thelma Okoro.